Are you ready for digital transformation? Successful digital transformation is driven by a clear purpose, vision, and motivated people. There's no one way to pursue digital transformation, but without the human-centered input, direction, or best practices, company can be led astray. This squanders times, resources, and potential ROI. Change agents must step outside of their departments and collaborate with other functional and executive leaders to foster real change. The path of transformation is often shaped by the person or the group leading the effort. This can limit the implementation of a holistic, persistent, and meaningful enterprise-wide transformation. For example, CIOs or the Chief Digital Officer may drive digital investments from an operational, technological perspective without customer empathy or knowledge of how and why new expectations, preferences, and values are disrupting the markets. At the same time, the head of business may invest in technology that scales digital customer marketing and engagement without realizing the consequences of not involving the rest of the organization. The same is true for any effort led or governed by only one facet of the company. Digital transformation takes a modern, human market perspective to guide cross-functional research, collaboration, and innovation in how organizations compete for tomorrow, today. My name is Christian Rummer, and I'm the CEO and founding partner of Q-Lana. We have developed a low-code based open banking, digital lending, and asset management platform. Our banking platform is used by multiple financial institutions in lower and middle income countries and by asset managers around the world. In our blog, we will share with you our expertise and ideas about how to organize financial services, how to develop a successful business model for the next decade, how to manage risks, and how to implement all the ideas and concepts in the right speed and sequence. Most financial institutions we know have engaged in some degree in digital transformation with different results. In the following, we'd like to introduce a scale that defines the 6 stages of digital transformation. We assess each stage against 6 different criteria. This can help financial institutions to self-assess their status quo and to understand the steps that are necessary to graduate to higher stages. We have derived this from Altimeter, a research and strategy consulting firm based in San Francisco. We have the link to the document in the description. The 6 stages that we refer to are called business as usual. There are financial institutions that operate with a familiar legacy perspective from customers, process metrics, and business models. Their existing technology seems sufficient to fulfill their expectations. There is present and active. Here, the financial institution engages in some experimentation about developing digital literacy and creativity in some of the business areas. Formalized institutions at this level have seen success with experimenting and are becoming more intentional on their path of digital transformation. Experiments and initiatives become projects for which executive support and resources are required. Strategic institutions are those that, once intentional projects show some success, individual projects groups start collaborating on their research and development, with the result being the formulation of a strategic roadmap for digital transformation. In a converged organization, a dedicated digital transformation team is formed to guide strategy and operations based on business and customer-centric goals. In such an institution, new organizational structures take shape to optimize the combination of expertise, processes, and systems. This is also where you see a much stronger collaboration between data management, IT, and business experts. Finally, there are innovative and adaptive companies. At this stage of development, the permanent digital transformation becomes the way the business is conducted, as executives recognize that change will be the only constant factor of influence. Now, we take these 6 stages against 6 different elements of characterization. These elements are the governance and leadership, people and operations, customer experience, data and data analytics, technology, and digital literacy. Let's start with the first step. In the organizations that are classified as business as usual, financial institutions are highly cautious about risks, and their organizational culture hinders creativity, experimentation, and internal entrepreneurship. Compliance and regulations further stifle innovative thinking. There is a lack of urgency for change, and leaders usually discourage or dismiss the need for it. Changes that do occur are mainly technology-driven for efficiency rather than driven by the understanding of customer needs. The culture not only avoids risks, but also undervalues or ignores innovation with decisions based on traditional business norms. Digital transformation in such organizations isn't a central focus as companies prioritize current stakeholders and shareholders, which in the end prevents a meaningful change and competitiveness in reaching new digitally connected customers. Let's go to the second stage that is called present and active. Financial institutions in this category are already evolving thanks to change agents who have identified fresh opportunities and drive experimental initiatives, but only within their areas. Emergent trends like digital mobile and social media motivate the early adopters in the company to explore new avenues. These efforts can be independent. They are usually lacking cross-organizational insights and best practices. Often, they also bypass the formal approval, embracing an act first and apologize later approach to accelerate the trials. These experiments usually push the limits and generate a momentum for formal digital transformation initiatives that follow in the next stages. For example, in that stage that we refer as formalized. Here, for financial institutions at this stage, the sense of urgency to modernize the customer experience accelerates. The early adopters and change agents that we have mentioned in the previous stage unite to advocate for teamwork and experimentation. This is the time when silos start to break down. Digital transformation efforts are focused on key areas of exploration and experimentation. Change agents guide each sector and foster cross-functional partnerships. These insights lead to the early development of digitalization roadmaps to prioritize and optimize areas of opportunities and efficiencies. This is also when you see that strategic investments in people, processes, technology start to solve the current work and set the stage for a more unified digital transformation effort that comes later. In a financial institution that we classify as strategically positioned for digital transformation, these change agents, which we have referred to in the previous sections, have effectively generated the urgency and, most importantly, secured executive backing. They're gaining the C-suite's attention. Digital transformation initiatives are now a top corporate concern. The strategy is concentrated and improved through clear, immediate, and long-term objectives that drive alterations and, in the end, yield crucial results. This endeavor usually receives substantial support via targeted investments in infrastructure and operations. Additional expertise is enlisted to oversee and carry out strategy. Technology here serves specific purposes and is integrated to support objectives rather than molding processes around its capabilities. In an institution that we categorize as converged, the path towards digital transformation is now fully underway. New operating models and teams are created to unify disparate repetitive or competitive roles and processes while streamlining operations to ultimately deliver integrated, consistent, and holistic consumer experiences. Technology is purposeful for both in customer-facing and back-office integration. Customer experiences become seamless by design and enriched based on how customers expect to navigate their journey. The digital transformation expands beyond the consumer interfaces and is now enterprise-wide, affecting all facets of the business at scale. And finally, a financial institution reaches the innovative and adaptive stage. Here, fostering a culture of innovation becomes a primary objective. Digital ceases to be a distinct state and transforms into an integral part of how business compete, evolving alongside technology and markets. Innovation becomes ingrained into the company's identity, involving formal teams and strategies to monitor customer and technology trends. These efforts then contribute to various initiatives, for example, spanning from experimental test and learn projects to incorporating fresh roles and expertise, as well as collaborations and investments into startups. These initiatives gradually extend throughout the organization, enhancing core processes continuously. Investments in people, processes, and technology are aligned with business, employee, and customer experiences, ensuring a democratized and empowered approach to continuous change. Now, with this, we conclude the introduction into digital transformation. We have shown you the path towards full integration of a digital consumer experience. This is important, but it's still only the consequence of a business strategy. That part we have not yet covered, but we will attack the topic of business strategy in the next session. See you then.